be playing some more Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin today. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today, because I am having quite a good one. I'm kind of hungry, I have to say. I need a drink. Where's the drink? I finally made it to the second row of the cans of Coke. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed... oh, wow, my voice broke. That hasn't happened like that for a while. Yes, I hope you all enjoyed yesterday's very impromptu stream. Was supposed to be the finale of Altera, but with a buddy of mine not being, my good buddy Bob on his channel, wasn't able to make it, so I went, screw it. That Wushu session had literally no prep. At all. The only bit of prep time was me trying vaguely to remember what happened months ago when I played Wushu for the first time at a friend's house. If you noticed that if you were one of the 5 people present in that Wushu game, you might have recognised a couple of throwbacks towards the end there. Much better. But yeah, so that's what, and that just proves literally anyone can just glop up a game, an RPG, if they need to. When it comes to a tabletop, in theory, for a little one shot. But hey, don't try and bite me. Errol, everybody. Being a grouchy old man, aren't you? You okay? Yeah. Kinda hungry. I haven't really eaten much today. That's my own downside. I had a packet of Watsits and things, but my tongue said I kinda bit it yesterday. Ow. I get the occasional problem where there's one of my teeth near the back. That's very sharp. And sometimes it gets a little bit sharper than usual, so it causes little cuts along the bottom of my tongue, so gives it a bit of a delicate mouth for a little bit, so apologies if I'm not talking quite as much. But let's get into the game, shall we? They were the same one, cool. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to playing at all. I did get a few tips from a buddy of mine who's also playing, who's quite a bit further into the game than I am. But I haven't had any spoilers, thankfully. Meow. Errol hates spoilers. This is a spoiler-free cat. Well, I guess there's a spoiler. Yeah, but to be honest, my Twitter told me about these 3 already. So we're getting Colv as an enemy. Don't seem to get to have a pet Colv. And we're getting Hellblade and Bolt Reaver, the Deviants. Okay, now to remember all my controls. Oh yeah, we just unlocked fast travel, didn't we? So we can fast travel back to town. Ride Catamaran to the village. And apparently I have to go over to the idol? I believe I was told to go to the idol because that unlocks like half an hour things and it levels up over time. Very on point. Okay, before we do that, we'll go and find the idol. I don't know what it is or what it looks like. This is my house. My house is a boat? Fuck yeah, I like it. Hey, that big guy. Yeah, well look, is this the idol? This looks like it. Prayer pot, that was the thing. Prayer pot, prayer bestows various blessings. We pray for it, offer a charm, retain the effects of the blessing for a length of time. Keep making offers to level up prayer pot and bear blessings. That's what I was told. Offer charm. do that. Oh, I like that. The proper martial arts thing. Yeah, apparently I wanted to do that because it levels up over time and you can then get better ones and they last longer and that kind of stuff. So it's a thing to get used to now, essentially. It's better to start early. That was what I was told. First thing when I get back on to do that.
Chief Gara, we're back!
Glad to see you're all right. So, how was it?
Pretty great.
We tracked down a Yankutku. We think that was the one stirring up trouble.
Is that how you pronounce it? Yankutku.
A Yankutku, huh?
No worries, though. My buddy here gave it what for and even brought back an egg.
Hell yeah.
You were able to hold your own, huh? Well done.
I was able to hold my own versus a fire-breathing chicken, yes.
I didn't expect this day to come so soon, but I think it's time to have the barriers taken down.
Chief.
She's happy.
I'll make the arrangements at once. Until that's finished, please continue with your investigation.
Cool.
Nice going, newbie. Whoa, don't you get it? This is a really big deal. Taking down those barriers means you have permission to go see Guardian Ratha.
Hell yeah.
That's my buddy for ya. Even the chief is starting to see how great you are.
I'll go get started. Meet me in the center of the village when you're ready to set out.
Hey, buddy, I spotted a suspicious mealinx over by the harbor before. What do you say we go check him out while Kana is setting things up?
Cool. The hell's a mealings? To the Everdead, prove yourself the rider by finding. You prove. I'm assuming there's supposed to be a deal in it. You proved yourself as a rider by fending off the Uncut Coup. Recognize your bravery. Chief Gara includes you in the Guardian Ratha investigation. Now it's time to come set foot in the Guardian Ratha woods. Manana village. Talk to the suspicious mealings. Anyway, we should have some things to turn in, right? Lost blue shadows. We kill some lost prey. We get potion. I'll take that. And I've already leveled. Ooh, level of alert rock stampede. Interesting. We did that. We did that. Everyone gets healed. Me and Monty, everybody getting lives just like the best thing ever. Oh, cool. So we get to learn how to make that. You never want that. Healing items dangerous. Life sucked. And we get some life sucked. Cool. That's all those. Trial quests. Turn Lariat. Slay every monster. We can do that later. I believe we have a shitload of eggs, don't we? Hatch eggs. Yep, I was right. Good smell, good smell, good smell. Okay. This was, Hulu, right? Yep. There's an app, not. Aptono! Oh, it's so cute. Look at it! Look how cute it is! Aw. Not so cute anymore, but look cute originally. Another one. Maybe Aptono are adorable. Are they Yankutku? No, not Yankutku. Kuliyuku. I think the red one is a Yanko too, right? Yeah, this. Oh no, this is bird weapon. Maybe actually. Was this the right one? Oh no, this is Blossom Break. Blossom Throw. Yeah. Hell was it an Ashes on? Yeah, the purple ones, yeah. This is another cooler. Now this one, yeah, this is the what's his name? The pig. Bull drone. Yeah, bull drone. We got the pig. Weak to lightning. Lethal tackle. Ooh. Neat. And this is Yanko. Weird, there's a purple and blue egg. Neat. Okay, edit monster party. We want you. Your power. Oh yeah, actually, I knew this was power actually. Never mind. Your power type, and we want the fire-breathing chicken. It's kind of nice to have. It's got a lot of attack. Like compared to his defense, that's a lot. This is pretty tough. Was the bathed, well-fed, and pampered? Just leave that to me. Cool. Can I make any gear? Where's the blacksmith? If there is a blacksmith. I imagine there is, because we've got equipment. You blacksmith? Nope. Smithy. Is this the smithy? This is our house. Ocean cellar, herb merchant. Ah, here we go. Blacksmith.
Welcome.
Look, to become a proper iron now, it means it's forging time. I don't know how much smithy, what do you need forging? Collect it, find equipment you want to buy, trade, upgrade this stuff, new gear. Upgrade equipment. Okay. Now here's the thing I heard which was real cool. Forge weapons. Slash that weapon focuses on fighting style, charge of skill, charge gauge, able to use it with stronger skills. Yeah, I'm definitely going to use the chicken decapitator. So yeah, I've heard that in this game, you don't make them the same way that you make them in normal ones, where you have to get specific items. All it is like a point system. Oh, someone's messaged me. Who's messaged me? Oh. Yeah, so I was told that you can basically get them by upgrading certain things. Bow. Pierce type weapon capable of inflicting normal statuses. Use a charge skill for a high chance of affecting your opponent with normal statuses next attack. There's a chance to fault your attack with a power shot. The hammer. Weapon great at breaking monster parts. Wing it head to head. Levels up the charge gauge and able to use it with stronger skills. Good skills are effective against opponents with normal statuses. Sword and shield, that's that weapon, sword and shield. Good balance between attack and defense, enables you heavy hitting slash type skills, reducing the damage you take. Some skills block or parry attacks. Blood type weapon opposite seems support, besides regular attacks, comes with variety of skills supporting allies, depending on the one's melody. Okay. That's a lot. This does a lot of damage. Oh, the bone sword's actually the same as the iron sword in this game, okay. Maybe it has different skills. Truth is the truth slashes. Okay. That is a lot of damage. Can we make it? We need 5. We need 4. We can actually make that. I like my great sword, so. Armor. Now let's have a look. Cuckoo armor. Oh my god, I love them. Weak. It doesn't like ice. Oh, interesting. The current armor is good against that, but bad against that thing. So the cuckoo armor is the best. It's good against fire, particularly. Doesn't like ice. We're on a little tropical island. I doubt there's many ice things here. Okay. Velocidrome armor. Bone armor. Rider armor. Non-element boost X. Synchronize. Okay. The armor's not bad looking, actually. I mean, that's the real reason. But problem is, it's got water weakness. Evasion ability S. Which is evasion ability S. Yeah, what is that? Evasion ability. Sometimes evade enemies attack. Kinship skills. Seems good. I know that is. Inflict rate up. Oh, I bet that's for. What's Dancer do? Speed when at 4 hit points. What's the boost attack effect so much? Oh, that seems alright. Weakness to water. It's just better, really. I kind of like the idea of that. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make it. I can just make a 1 Kulubi. Equip it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have gear again. We also get a bit of an upgrade. I thought it's not a bad idea, right? I should get upgraded all the bits of gear. Whatever you're looking for, promise you'll find perfect item for melee. Smells fishy to me. Our current item is positively indispensable for expanding your stables. You want to take bottled caps. Sounds like a bargain, except we don't have any caps. They're easy to find, make a long trip to the south kindergarten. That's the meow on the street. Designer awfully reliable to me, but the treasure hunt's right up my alley. Let's ask Kana for directions. Perfect, bring those bottle caps. Bottle caps? Is Fallout? Yes, Errol, you are a cat.
The south side of the island, huh? I was just getting ready to head there myself.
Really? That's convenient.
Perfect. We've got a date with an Everden.
Everden?
Wait, you mean the South Kamuna Everden? That place has kind of a notable history, you know.
What kind of history?
Something bizarre happened there years ago, right in the very depths of the den.
Okay.
Something bizarre?
There was a big fuss about a huge monster showing up there. The village sent some riders to investigate. And
What did they find?
in the low light, they could just make out a monster with pale white whiskers and shimmering blue eyes.
White whiskers and blue eyes. There's one monster which that rings a bell. White whiskers and blue eyes. Specifically whiskers. It's like whiskers and a beard, because then it could be, what's his freaking name? The big freaking whale elder dragon. What's his name? He was the final boss of Tri. Sedeus.
White whiskers and blue eyes?
The hulking, tanned creature was dancing around the den.
A tanned monster?
Probably not him then.
Did it dancing around the den? What kind of monster was this? White whiskers, blue eyes, Nice tan? That sounds just like Chief Gara.
Yeah. Turns out that's what it was.
Oh, right!
Huh? You've gotta be kidding me. How could they mistake him for a monster?
I know, right? Complete lack of respect.
I mean, I can understand one character. I mean, if anyone's played Monster Hunter World, I'm just gonna say the Admiral, and you know what I mean, right?
He just laughed it off. But the riders who'd hyped themselves up for a battle didn't find it so funny.
That dance must have been pretty peculiar to fool everyone like that.
Nobody had ever seen a human move like that before. He was more like a fanged beast. Whoops, now I'm starting to sound disrespectful.
Like a monkey.
Anyway, how about we get going?
Sure.
Here's hoping we don't run into any actual monsters.
Straight up a Rajang, that's what I'm expecting. Afternoon, I guess. It's okay, Errol. Increasing attack and defense, I think, is not a bad call. And it's like this. Like, mostly just boosting your damage is always good. Best way in this kind of game to not die: kill the other guy faster. Like, if you instantly kill your opponent, you'll win. That's the evidence. Bottle caps we found inside treasure chests in these special monster dens. Multiple evidence in each area. The locations don't change. Some evidence contain more treasure than others. Okay, makes sense. So it's basically a loot-based den. I'm guessing instead of an egg one. Maybe there will be an egg actually. But they're like non-despawning layers. We made it the other day. Now let's see if we can find ourselves some bottle caps. There's nothing there. Some fruit. Paint berries. I think. Oh, it's just some plant clipping. Boing. No loot so far. I forgot how useful having the. Oh yeah, I forgot it actually shows you where they are on the map. I'll go head to head with you, why not? Big great sword. Yeah, I think I can. Okay, so it was speed beats power, technical beats speed, that was it. I'll do it with Lost, bro. Works! God damn it! Why did my raptor oh, it killed itself, that's nice.
That's the way.
Good boy! Legendary Hunter, 2-turn victory. Oh, it's retreating! So we can get another egg, right?
Kinship always wins.
But if it retreats, then we get an egg. We can get a nest. Yeah, it's gonna level those up a lot. 3 levels? Yep, just straight up 3 levels. And then Fireball. S tier. Okay, where's the nest? Should spawn one like right there, shouldn't it? There you go. Velocodrome dead. Let's get off it. How do we sneak again? There we go. run around and get all the loot first. We're getting also the gathering up. We've got the gathering thing on currently. Right, so we should get a bit more. Better things. Cobwebs. I remember what we needed spiderwebs for. It was for traps, right? Are traps in this game? I can't imagine so. It's one of the things I can imagine being easier to like transfer over to this game would be traps. Is there a Bullfango nest in here? Let's get a different one. Ah, we're fighting. Oh! God damn it. I hope we didn't. We need that egg. Yeah, it doesn't. We didn't lose it. Yeah, we're good. We got a free egg. Do I need one? Not really, but eh. You have the right monster for this. Yeah, you can't climb, can you? Oh, can what's it called? Leave monster. Can Cuckoo go up there? No. All right. Leave monster. Let's go back to that. An route around here? I suppose actually we should be switching out to technicals to fight unique mushrooms. To fight most of the monsters, because I've seen a lot of velocidromes, which is speed. I can't imagine Bulldrome climbing it. I can't imagine Cuckoo climbing it. Sneak attack! Killer strike! Oh!
Show me what you got.
Can I use a skill? Lost. all the food. Making me more hungry. Ooh, gold bones. Pittance fang. Let's go this way. Ooh, there's lots of stuff over here. Yes, Errol, you are a cat, we know. Very pretty area, this. I mean, it's Monster Hunter. Every Monster Hunter game is just pretty that I've seen. Admittedly, I've only played, like, the PC Monster Hunters. I've played World, and I'm playing Stories now. Stories 2 now. Boing. Cool. Wait, did I just get a bow? Hold on a minute. We just got a bow. Alright. Sweet, I guess. Okay. Let's do a bit of a test run here. Let's do lead Monsty. Bull drone, because oh my god, the pigs of war. Stuck up on them, yeah. Oh, why are you now doing a technical attack, you moronic pig? Chop. 227 critical.
That's the way.
Lock. Double attack! Bam! The Bulltrap's got a lot of health. The pig wins! Good boy. Right. Kinship skill. I haven't seen this one yet, actually. Oh, he's got a rock hold, you son of a bitch. Wild ride. Charge!
Nice one.
Ooh, that didn't work, actually. I guess he's bludgeoning. That makes sense, actually. What skills? Nah, I don't have enough for it. I just power attack him.
Let's go.
Oh, Velocity Crush. This should do it.
This'll put you out.
Daka, daka, daka! She is way too happy. Decapitation!
Kinship always wins.
Oh, only an 8, well. Still. We got a lot of stuff. And I got a bow. Oh yeah, let's switch back to having Ranma being our lead Monsty. I do like they actually have different movement speeds though. Like the Raptor's actually pretty quick. Though I have to say I am looking forward to getting some of the Apexes. Because knowing that a few monsters like Glavenus and Astalos are in the game, it just makes me super happy. I love Glavenus. I really hope Glavenus is power type. Nope, it's a bull drone. We just have to attack it head on. I guess we do. Don't lose confidence, takes it. Bro. She's never alive, tell you, it's trouble. No time to hesitate. Take down the school drone. Okay. Let's brutalize this thing. Bah! I guess this is where we're supposed to get a bull drum. Charge again! Something here just waiting to pounce. What's kind of tears for the trees bull drum? Oh, we're gonna get ambushed by another monster. We are, aren't we? What would be a good one?
Put you out of commission.
Is it something big? I assume not a Rathalos. That's a little harsh. It might be a Rathalos, actually. Like a wild Rathalos. Warning. Okay, I was right. What was it? Oh, fuck, it's an Anjanath. Hello, big guy. Son of a gun, lads, it's an Anjanath. Hey there, fire-breathing T-Rex. I think we're gonna get out of here. Hit in the face! Oh dear. Oh, we evaded. Oh, she just flashbanged him. Oh, I wanted to take him on. Fire sword, not good against Angela.
We got away. Don't worry, we should be safe now.
Basket of bitter bugs, what was that thing? I was expecting a dancer, not some kind of raging nightmare.
I was expecting a dancer, not a freaking Angela. Now, Anjanath is it has been their go-to since World, since it was introduced. It's their go-to, like, scare the shit out of the newbies monster. God, the Anjanath intro in World was amazing. Just the Jagras chasing us, the Anjanath just chomps down it, picks it up and swings it around. Damn, that thing's cool. I've always had a fondness for him. I like Anjanath. I've always got a fondness for the fire-breathing T-Rex.
Look, just calm down. I'll explain. That was an Anjanath. It's a fierce monster for sure, but it usually keeps its distance from humans.
I beg to differ.
I have a feeling this is all connected somehow. We'd better head home and warn everyone.
Sounds like a plan. Let's skedaddle. Oh, this stress isn't good for my heart.
Naviru, wait. That's a dead end.
Hey, who's the navigator here? You really think I wouldn't? Huh? Buddy, are you seeing this too?
A treasure chest?
Ooh.
Looks like that shady Mealinx was telling the truth after all. Grab the bottle caps and let's get out of here.
Give me the loot. She's pretty hurt and she's on fire. 5 million further trade bottle caps, pay a visit. Take an egg too. Before the Anjanath comes back. Oh, is there an Anjanath? It won't be an Anjanath egg. If I go, oh, is there an Anjanath egg? Of course there won't be. Who am I kidding? Oh, I wonder if we can get an Anjanath, like, super soon. I love Anjanath. It's a really cool monster. Also, one of the strongest, if not the strongest, tier 1 monsters. Oh yeah, I have to get off. Okay, I guess we're getting bull drum. Yeah, but this is where we were supposed to find a bull drone. Okay. I kind of want to go back in the other den. Oh, can we not? Oh, that sucks. Oh, yeah. Loot. Loot. You're not like super thrilled to have Bull Drome on the party, but I mean it's better than not having a power type monster, right? I'm thrilled in the same way that it's like it's an okay monster. There's monsters I'd be less happy with than what I've currently got. Apart from Kulu. I've never been a fan of Kulu. I just don't like him. I've just never been a fan of like goofy monsters. In anything, to be honest. I'm never like the goofy player. I always like I always preferred cool to like weird and wonderful, essentially. But it's one of my favorite monsters, which I'm looking forward to. I know it's in the game and not too far, not crazy amount of. Diablos. Love Diablos. I absolutely adore Diablos. One of my favorite monsters. Any more believers in their doors with special rewards. At least whenever got in each field, think of all the bottle cap away with the curious cat. Gather them up and reap the rewards. How is it? Okay, so this is rare loot. What do you get? Exchange for items. Oh, stable blueprint. Yes. Knife for you to sleep. Mahana outfit. Funky Cuckoo. Hairstyle magazine features the Funky Cuckoo. What? Gold fruit. Kelby braid. Oh, is it just hair? It is. It's a costume. Okay. Is it a weapon? What we got? Gun lamps. Oh yeah, I know. Get more ammo for each turn. Winning head-to-head energy. Extra ammo. Amount of ammo distribution. F82 skill with the head-to-head charge. Keeps game from normal attack but from the gauge. As a given ability to wisdom and fire, the special power uses the entire king's gauge, but it's extremely powerful and hits all opponents. Hunter's dagger. Defender. Ooh. Not bad. I'll find better soon though. What the armors of it. Azura! Azuros! Ah, he's in the game. That's just really good compared to the core armor. But Azuros, I know, is also a tier 1 monster. Talismans. Guard heal elevation ball. Some hit points after guarding. Go on. Go on. Oh, when was it? What was the other one? That seems pretty good, actually. Get some hit points back at the end of each turn. I've got 10. I want to see the stable blueprint. That's the one I like. So, once the capacity stables is increased. I think that seems a very, very solid upgrade again. I like collecting more monsters and things. Is there a person over here? Need more supplies.
Oh, hello.
Where's the Wolfie Bay? Now you go here. Game's closed right yet. All kinds of weapons materials together, right? See a sword and shield made from bones, or your made more drink to me. Okay, count. Sure.
Wow. Welcome.
Forge weapon. Bone Chris. Yeah, we don't need to replace anything with it. Against an Anjanath, I might want to change my sword out.
Thank you.
Because we're going to have to fight Anjanath, that's like a given. Also because I actually saw, one of the bits that I saw of a friend playing.
Hiya.
Oh, I have to equip it?
Hiya. Wow.
Oh, I got an achievement. Scholar's Tome. Okay, now equip the actual decent weapon again. Holy crap. Let's talk to her.
The other riders are back.
Is the North Kamuna investigation over already?
Doesn't beat the shit out of them.
They don't look so hot. Something must have happened. Is everything all right?
Kana, it's...
Ooh, new monster?
There's a monster running wild. In North Kamuna Forest.
You guys look like you're in pain. You sure you're okay?
We got on the wrong end of the monster's venom.
I know who this is. Tier 1 monster, which we've seen the weapon. It has to be Pookie.
Venom?
And we ran into an Anjanath on the south side of the island.
Anjanath, that's... You'd better go tell Chief Gara.
The village's safety comes first. If this monster in the forest is a threat, we'll go deal with it.
Be careful. It won't go down easy.
I know, but it could give us a clue about what's been going on lately.
It's only a
With
Pookie.
Red and Guardian Ratha gone, we have to learn to protect ourselves now. Before we go, we'd better make sure we're prepared against poisoning. I recommend making a trip to the merchant.
We
Yeah,
can do this,
good
partner.
call.
We were...
First Sandra suddenly appeared, surprised return events here, another monster acting strangely understanding to come. Who's the merchant? Are you the merchant?
Welcome. Welcome.
Browse at your leisure.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we need to combine some things. I've got some stuff I can combine. That was a quest, I believe. Yep. Gives everyone a little bit of XP, so... Oh. It has to be a Pookie. We've seen Pookie's weapon in the game already, so we know Pookie exists. Oh, I can't remember if Pookie's weak to fire or not. If it isn't, that's not a bad set of gear, usually. Well, no, it's pretty. It's a very pretty set of gear. It's pretty bad, but it's pretty. It's pretty and bad. Should we meet up some Conchu? We did have a quest for it. I was right. we got him.
Kinship always wins.
Hell yeah. You can't have gone any better than that, honestly. I was already conned you. We got a knife. We found a knife in this shellfish. Caddy's got a knife. Ooh. Lead monster Yakulu. Oh, it's you that makes it. Neat. Selling charm. Interesting. Ran me back. I thought it'd be cooler that had Rock Breaker, but apparently not. I mean, it makes sense that Yankoku has it as well, but I'm kind of surprised that it's... Hey, these things are technical, aren't we? Really should, Well... I gotta do a head-to-head with a shellfish in one.
You did it!
Jesus. Hey, we should save, shouldn't we? What was it? Ah well. Oh, yay. Oh, what's this, that? I really like this game, it's real cool. Monster Den. Sure, why not? I keep thinking there's Kezu gonna be in here. You can't blame me. But if there's any monster that wouldn't be in a game like this, because this is like Monster Hunter for kids, it'd be Kezu. Let's have a run around. Also, yeah, of course it'd be a frickin' Anjanath. That it would be as soon as I make the fire sword and I go, oh, there's an Anjanath is what we have to fight. Great. Actual gold. Escape. Let's just get a... We did. Oh, health up. I'll get the health up. Yeah, actually I'll take this one. Not too bad, it's the right kind of monster. Attack! Speed. Oh, thank you. Wolfeco defeated. Overpower? Wow, elemental attack down. We are playing Pokemon now, these are focus power.
Eyes on the prize.
Get the sync up. Like it was attack up and attack down. Oh dear. That looked painful. That looked really painful. Right on. Combo! Goodbye, Bulldrum.
This'll put you out of commission.
Tier 1 monsters, bear in mind. 608, yeah, that was a one-shot.
Kinship always wins.
Ah, it's only got an A. The big kinship attack probably saved us from getting like a worse score there. Bulldrum's tough. Ooh, treasure chest. Ooh, piece of candy. More Lucky Charms, okay. Ooh, me Lucky Charms. Come on, let's fight a Pookie. Common Forest, keep an eye out. Poison spitting monster. Yeah, it even says poison spitting, it's definitely Pookie. We know Pookie's in the game. I'd say it's a tier above everything we've fought so far. You know, it is still a tier 1, but it's like, it's a harder tier 1 than all the current monsters. I think maybe get Poisonous Hammer. Poisonous Hammer. I really wish we had a different type of power monster. Because currently we've got 1 speed, 1 power and 2 technical. Right. Yeah, what are you coming at you? They're all power. Well, they're all technical, so. Kaboom! Oh, it's dead.
Show me what you got.
It's my raptor, you bastard! Bonk!
Keep up the pace.
Oh, that's almost been a crit. Run, you! Crushed it. Right on. Get him! God damn it, you and your rock hole! Velocity crush! Hell of a roar for a small raptor. Okay. Ooh, Almost killed it. Yeah, she's just gonna annihilate it.
Let's go.
It's critical as well.
This'll put you out of commission.
494 critical.
Kinship always wins.
Yeah. S tier. Why we got S tier for that, I'm not entirely sure, but we did. Here's something. There it is. I knew I was hearing something. Let's go up here first. Oh no, that way looks like it might be the right route actually. Let's go this way first. Because I see treasure. Treasure means loot, loot means treasure. That reminds me, I have to think, because I basically decided that tomorrow I'm not going to be playing Neo anymore. It's not a bad game, I will definitely say. I don't think it's a bad game at all. It doesn't kind of click with how I like to stream, though. That's the main issue I've got with it. It doesn't click with how I like to stream games. Even how I like to stream Souls-likes. Because people know I do occasionally stream Souls-likes. I've streamed the Star Wars game, and I streamed Sekiro after that. So... yeah, so I do like playing them, but I don't think it's the kind of game that I'm a good streamer for. Essentially. Alright, so I'm gonna get a different game and stream that instead. I think the game itself is fine, for reference. But... I might start the Lego games. I was thinking of starting streaming like the Lego Lord of the Rings games. The Lego Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, something like that, maybe. Dagger, dagger, dagger!
Your kinship's strong.
Yes, it is. Undefeated head to head.
Kinship always wins.
S tier. I get a message. Who's messaging me during streaming time? Damn it. There's only one person allowed to message me, and I don't think it's them messaging me. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, someone putting a message into a page. Message into a page that I'm only on because I have to be by rules of being a group leader at LARP. Which in itself is a lot of fun. I'm very much still enjoying being the group leader of my group at LARP. It's a lot of fun. The vast majority of my group are absolutely fantastic and a pleasure to work with. So it's a good old time all around. Great time all around. I was right, this is the right route. The right other way was for treasure, and I got treasure. Yeah, I'm so sleepy recently there. I've been very tired a lot. Past few days. You know it's coming from quite far. Technical. Oh wait, does technical beat? Yeah, technical does beat speed. Just one shot, nice! Oh, really mad. Enraged it. It enraged to power, right? So we now use speed? Yeah. Crunch! Nice! We're doing good work.
You smashed it!
Teamwork makes the dream work. R3! Damn it, Ranma. So close, buddy, so close. How do we get to it? Oh, it's a jumping puzzle. Got it. Just a grand. There's just casually a grand in a box in the middle of this canyon. Roses are red, violets are blue. Not you, Errol. Love that show. Need to watch more of it. I don't think it's gonna get many more seasons unless they like rejig their voice cast. Considering that one of the main characters was fired. The speed type, so we'll start with technical, and technical it should just kill. Maybe I'll deal with these all in one turn. Ah, almost.
Keep up the pace.
Well, goodbye. Hello, Errol. Hello.
You did it!
Levels are all around. Actually, playing this is making me miss Monster Hunter in general. I'm really looking forward to Rise coming out on PC. I have to say, because I like this game. It's a good holdover for me until the actual next Monster Hunter game comes out. Because stories, okay, this is where it comes down to. I like this kind of game. I like the Pokemon-y games. I don't get to play too many of them because I'm not really much of a handheld gamer, honestly. My thought is, if I'm in a position to be using a handheld, I'll read a book most of the time, or I'll be chatting with friends and things like that, so I'm not really the one for handheld games that often. But what I do like is I vastly enjoy when playing on PC. I love games like Monster Hunter and like the Souls games. They are the games that I'd say click probably the best with me. I will switch out my lead monster for the ball round. I love fighting like big imposing enemies and just like duking it out in that actual skill. Power! Ow. God damn it, Buldrum, you lost to a crab. Kanan. Oh, so close, Bull Drone. The Velocicrush will down it.
Let's go! This'll put you out of commission. Haha!
Well broken. Oh. Right. Charge!
Your kinship's strong!
Oh, good hit. Didn't kill it though. That did. That raptor is so brutal. Ooh, retreating.
Kinship
That was a sound
always
effect.
wins.
I like that. We got a flame sack. Nice. Hey, buddy. Put that back in. This is the nest, I'm assuming. Yep. Hey. What? Meow. What do you want, eh? No. Off. Don't distract me while I'm working. You have to distract my mum while she's working, but not me. It's the ways. The cats learn. I very do like very subtle things, which is like just helps. It helps them learn a couple things. They do the growl when I do something they don't like, and they just stop doing it. Mostly it's to do things that like hurt themselves. Rue's the most notable one for doing stuff that'll injure herself. Yeah, make a certain disapproving noise. I don't know. It's the way I've always like done it, and it helps. Yeah, fuck it, why not, right? What? Burning, burning. I can't wait until we get some actual flying weapons. Like a Rathalos, or what other ones would be good? Like an Astalos, to be honest. I wonder if, like, Legiana's in the game. Legiana would be a cool one. No pun intended. So Legiana I'd be happy to see. I don't know who else is in the game. I know Diablos is in the game, actually, so, that's a... Hilariously, Diablos is a flying woman. Can't fly. And is more of a brute than most of the brute wyverns. Technically not a brute wyvern. So, oh! 2 monsters I really hope are in this game. I could totally see them not being in, but I want them to be. A Cantor and Eucanlos. Because they come together, essentially. If you're getting one, you're getting the other. But I love those things. A Cantor's my favourite of the two. I like the big spiky boy. He's like volcanic breath and things. They're most epitome of just power monsters. Great, we found a monster den. What's that smell? Keep going farther in. Where's Pookie? Pookie, Pookie!
I smell something.
Yeah, it's Pookie.
Over here. Oh!
There it is! Pookie, Pookie!
Hello there!
The music in this game is kick-ass at times. Pookie Pookie is poison. It has to use technical. Power beats technical. Power beats technical, so yeah, power. head does not like... yeah, she's wielding the weapon, which is how I knew it was spooky. Level up to charge, right? Yikes. Charge slash P. Maybe I usually use some skills, right? BAM! There's the second charge. Annoying with this sword, at least doesn't have true charge. Crunch time. Oh. Attacks. Now let's just hit it. They're all using technical, so I might as well use technical. It's a random attack, is it? Venom Blaster. Individual poison, yeah. We had an antidote, yeah. That's just on me. Ow! Chop that tail up. Thank you. Run! Stop it. Got him. We broke something. Right. Take that tail off. This should do a lot.
This'll put you out of commission.
Kaboom! Rip that tail off. Hey, as the greatsword wielder of my group of monster hunters, I'm used to like being the one to lock that tail like monsters. Tails are actually ways of fighting back. There we go. Ranma, you moron! Stop attacking it! Ranma, can you stop attacking with speed, please? Oh, it's down. I'm assuming it's gonna retreat, because we're gonna get a
You
poop.
smashed it.
Oh, maybe not. Pookie stuff. Oh, maybe this nest is guaranteed to give us a Pookie, because there is a nest, right? Phew, that was a tough monster. Grab an egg, let's get back. Let's have a get one that I haven't seen before, essentially. Because if it's a colour scheme we haven't seen before, then... Then it'll be that. Yeah, looks about right. Yeah, these ones are all guaranteed monsters, I bet. Because it's like the tutorial era, isn't it, so... So what other monsters? Yeah, so we know with his Pookie... There's one more monster that there might be before we get to, Anjanath. Nice dodge, I will say. All three are attacking me. Do I have a block? Well. You. Ow.
That's the way.
And she's got a double attack. Right on! Let's use Raptor's power of 1,000 punches.
This'll put you out of
Daka
commission.
daka daka! Ah! Velocidrim uses Comet of Cassadora.
You smashed it.
Positively Claudacious win. Ooh, some brute bones, okay. It's not even a brute wyvern, it's a fanged beast. It's not even a wyvern. One monster I really hope is in the game, because I've never had a chance to fight it, but I really want one, is a Legiacrus. Always been one of my absolute favourite monsters. Oh, I got a fish! I get a fishy. Sleepy fish. But yeah, that's always been one monster that I really wanted to fight but never had a chance to, because they've never been able to get, they didn't get the Leviathans to work in World. We're going to get them in Rise, though, because I know that a lot of the Leviathans are in Rise, and Rise is coming to PC. Which also means if we're getting a World 2 ever, we are going to have Leviathans in that. Can't choose. Should I these give me a defensive greatsword skill? No. Yep, it did. It completed the subquest. And everyone has caught up on levels. Got a lot of lucky charms. You're back. I love that he's shouting you're back from across like a dock.
Hey, hi there.
How did my call go? Bug off and let me fish.
That's great. Thanks.
No worries. Chief. Oh no, you know what? I'll go and hatch our new frog lizard chameleon. We gotta hatch all the others first. Another boss drone. Another bull drone. This was bull drone, right? Yeah. Yan could cool. Cool. And finally, Pookie. I imagine baby Pookie's gonna look really cute. Oh, look at him. Hello, Pookie. Actually pretty tough as well. Edit monster party, might as well add him, right? Do we need both of these? Not really, right? I mean, I suppose it's a high level, so. Okay. Oh wait, it's a it says that powers. Edit monster party raw. Dash. Monster search and rock breaker. Nest search. Yeah. Intimidating creatures. Oh, that seems kind of cool. I love that Pookie is terrifying, apparently. Actually, no, I was about to say, oh, that seems really dumb because they're not really scary. But then again, they are poisonous. So. I was told not to get rid of any monsters yet as well. Apparently, there's something you can do with them later.
Chief, we've got cause for concern. We ran into an Anjanath and a Puke. This place isn't safe.
An Anjanath? Are you sure?
No! It nearly burned us to death.
Yeah,
Of course I'm bloody
it
well
attacked
sure.
us right out of the blue. I don't know if this is because of Guardian Ratha, but strange things are happening all over the island.
Without Guardian Ratha's influence, the monsters may be having a hard time restraining themselves.
Yeah, giant Rathalos will scare pretty
I
much
thought
anything
so,
into,
too.
into
We should investigate the Guardian Ratha woods. That's where all this started.
Of course. You both have my permission to enter the sacred mountain, but make sure you're ready.
Okay. This is, I'm assuming we're gonna have to fight Anjuna. Sealed then. After Anjuna, you can Pookie, go around the gun, rocket team on the center. Yeah, we should get ready. I want a new couple of weapons. I want to get a Pookie hammer. Can we make that? Hammer. Oh, do we actually not have a hammer for it? Fair enough. Boo. Can we not make Pookie gear? There's only there's only swords, okay. That is actually better, and we are up against an Anjanath, which I imagine... Do we have the stuff to make it? We do! Okay. Yeah. And we can make a Ankuku hammer. We could replace the iron hammer. And armor. Imagine we can possibly no longer make the Pookie armor. So antebellum. Yeah, we can't make that anymore. Unfortunate, because it's not bad. Oh, should we get Cuckoo armor? Because this fire resistant is my main thought. It's got a higher all-round defense. Nah, you know
Thank
what?
you.
We'll be fine. I never used the Pookie Greatsword. But because what we're gonna fight, because I imagine it's gotta be, we've gotta fight a, Anjanath, First, I've got some Pookie. Hard Rider Challenge. Slay the Blue Menace. Vanilla grows to our blood from riders. Dens. Enter monster dens. Sure, let's do this. Oh wait, there's the co-op thing saying we specifically needed to be in co-op to get it. I can believe that. Oh. To get to Guardian Athens, then you need to follow the path north, go to the hill. Usually off limits, chief permission, we can go right ahead. Okay. We're not going there yet. Gotta go into some monster dens first. Get a level as well. If we get like a level or two. The cool armor's fine for now. I'm gonna use power. Good chunk of damage. I got a chance to poison, I guess. Which I think I'll be kinda happy. Oh! Shredded Rider Black achievement.
What a heart-pounding battle!
Oh yeah, there's also a level up our Pookie. Before Pookie gets incinerated by an engine now. Yeah, there's the nest. We want to kill some shit first, so...
Eyes on the prize!
Bonk!
Kinship always wins!
Can we not get any more stuff here? Okay. Get treasure chests at least. Antidotes, always good. How do you get up there? Oh, we have to use the, what's it called, don't we? We have to use the thing that can climb. And I don't think Pookie can climb either. We gotta find a Toby or something, like a Toby Kadachi. Toby Kadachi could do it. I have no idea if Toby's in the game, for reference. Oh, I wonder if some of the monsters from Rise are in, actually, because this came out after Rise. So maybe some of the monsters that I don't know that are in Rise will be in here. Because the only monster I know... I know a couple of very early monsters in Rise, and I know the flagship. I know Magnamello. But I don't know too many of the others. I know there's Magnamello. I know there's some sort of weird otter thing. Sure, why not? There's the weird platypus frog, there's the otter thing, there is... Who else is there? Oh yeah, there's the Gosshog. I only know it because it's nicknamed. It's the one that gives you stabbed. It's got like, it can sort of like a big ice sword, and its armor looks like an Oni. Cool sounding monster, to be honest. I kinda dig it. Oh yeah, there's an Everdeen. And get some bottle caps. Oh!
Keep up the pace.
Now it's only the big one. And the enemy monsters are somehow larger than our versions. Thank you for going into the head-to-head, but...
You smashed it.
You wouldn't have killed it otherwise. Wait, you have fish? Or is that Zamtrios? Is that looks like a Zamtrios. Please tell me Zamtrios is in this game. Oh, I want a Zamtrios. It's such a cool monster. It's a freaking shark frog. I never fought any of the amphibians. They're not in, they weren't in World. But the amphibian monsters weren't ones that were added in World. So I've never fought them. All out. So I really want to fight them. And I'd love it if we could get a pet one. Oh, I meant to switch to power before doing that. I will. Goodbye.
That's the way.
Zero damage. Let's beat the shit out of it. Oh, it's poisoned. Get it. Acid Crush! Oh, god damn it, always on the wrong call. Great sword does work.
You smashed it!
Hell yeah. Pookie is literally a one-off. Oh, speed beat power. I'm dumb.
Show me what you got.
I swear there's another game that power beats speed. You bounced off, but you won.
You did it!
Yeah, I just want to get Pookie leveled up a little more, essentially. So we know there's aquatic monsters. Oh, I know one. Oh, I've just realised. That'd be cool. So, here's the thing about two of the monsters that we got spoiled earlier. Glavenus and Astalos are part of the Fated Four. I believe that's their name. The Big Four, essentially. They are 4 apex creatures of generations something. Where'd he go? Of generations, I think? They're the 4 big apexes, which were the... They're the 4 big ones that get, that were the flagships, essentially. They were the 4 big flagships of Generations. The Firetail Glavenus, who is the strongest. The Lightning Astalos. The lightning within Astalos.
That's the way.
And, the Bubble Fox Mitsune, and the Giant Ice Beast Gammoth. I wonder if Gammoth's in the game, because I'm fairly sure if the other 2 are in the game, Mizutsune is. Mizutsune is one of the most popular monsters up there, literally up there with Glavenus and Astalos. I think people agree Gammoth is the weakest of the 3. But I think they're still very popular. But I still think they're like a fairly like, yeah, this is a cool monster. I mean, who doesn't like a giant woolly mammoth, right? Which I just think is cool. It's a cool monster. It's simple in its design, but I just think it's cool. I like elephants in general. I've always liked them. And mammoths particularly. Like, mammoth is basically just an uber elephant, as far as I'm concerned. There. I'm super hope Gamut's in. Partially because then we can do the ride and attack on a mammoth. We get to just do the full-on elephant cavalry style attack, which I think is kind of cool. Okay. Hey, I got the poison! I got an inflicted poison with a greatsword, everybody! And that's what really counts. Bonk. You can't beat me in button mashing! There are few who can. No, there's quite a few people I know who can beat me at button mashing. But I'm not bad at it. I can hold my own in a lot of button mashing contests.
This'll put you out of commission.
So over the top. I love it.
You smashed it!
Got some level 10s. Ranma most notably is now level 10. There's the bottle cap. Three. Okay. I can deal. I can deal. Pittance Fang. Unique Mushroom. I should have changed that to Bullfango. Careful, they spit fire. Ooh, efficient part breaker. Critical! 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 Beat the shit out of it! Oh, I haven't poisoned it. Now we're done with that.
You smashed it!
Oh, one monster I really hope we can get as a pet. The B-52, Basil Geas. That'd be so cool if Basil is a monstie. Well, we're getting this one, I guess. I'm just looking forward to getting a particular set because I know what monster's in the game, and the armor from that monster is like my go-to layered armor, if nothing else. So even if the armor sucks and is not good in any way, I will use it. To be fair, I actually used the armor of the monster, even though it wasn't like amazing. It was actually decent, and I had a build which made it work. Admittedly, I had to like go out of my way to make a build work for it, but it did actually work. It was a pretty good build. So, that's always the way I played it. I always had ways to make my gear just better. I go for like, okay, I have to have armor be... I want my armor to look cool and still be functional. So I'll get like a good enough armor. No, Ranma, stop.
up the pace.
Goodbye! Let loose the pigs
Show
of
me what
war.
you got.
Actually, the war pigs were a thing. I think it's not only I think it's a song. Damn! Nice. God damn it. Okay. We got a hammer. Oh yeah, I forgot it turns to power when it has this rock out, isn't it? Bonk! Apply bonk to the monster.
What a heart-pounding battle.
I got my sword better, but can't argue with hammer when it comes down to breaking like solid monster parts. Got to admit, I've never liked using hammers in Monster Hunter. They are always just to me they are worse greatsword. They're a blunt greatsword with a more awkward moveset and shorter range. They make up for it with maneuverability, but they do less damage as well, that's another thing. Like, if you're a good hammer user, you know how to, like, rival greatswords for damage, but I'll change it out, I don't want an Octonaut. Stop giving me Octonauts! Okay, I'll take a rare Octonaut! Fuck it! Son of a bitch. Oh yeah, I think it saves, right? I think it should save here. You know what? I'll keep going and I'll fight Anjanath. I'll keep going and I'll do the Anjanath fight and then I'll call it. Because I imagine there's cutscene afterwards, right? So I'll do the Anjanath fight, watch the cutscene, and then that'll be the stream. Or we'll our asses kicked by Anjanath, one of the two. We've got decent gear and equipment. We'll be fine. Guardian Ratha Woods. Oh, we actually have to go through a dungeon, alright. We got time. We don't. We're actually 4 minutes over already. But fuck it. I like this game. Forest to reach Guardian Ratha's den. Careful though, it's not a well-travelled path. In Anjanath. What do I think an Anjanath's gonna be? Well, I think it's gonna be power. Anjanaths are a very brute force, brute women. But I think we could get thrown off. I think that's like an obvious thing to do, and I would imagine that if any monster they're gonna like switch it up a bit to make it a little trickier, it'd be like the first kind of formidable monster. Like Anjanath thing, a pushover. It's almost certain to be the hardest thing we have to fight up until now. That's like what it always was in... That's what it was in World. Although actually, I found one of the weaker monsters than Anjanath. They're more of a problem than Anjanath. I think it was most people's first wall. Just because of how my fighting style is, early on I actually found Toby to be more of a problem than Anjanath. Anjanath's big. And like a straightforward fight. Like for me, Anjanath was a big monster, and while it was fast, it was like it's a straightforward fight. Toby was a little fucker that was very much who was very much maneuverability, and I had a hard time early on competing with his speed. I was very new to Monster Hunter, and I was having a hard time landing greatsword hits on him. I missed. Full throw. Pigs of War. Get him. Motherfucker. Charge! Hakuna Matata!
Nice one.
Wow. Second. Critical. That's gonna kill it. Yep.
What a heart-pounding battle.
Yeah, Anjanath was a formidable monster early on. Like, I totally understand why it was so many people's wall in World. For me, the first proper wall was Diablos. Diablos was my first proper Monster Hunter wall. And I know a lot of other people who had the same issue. Diablos was an absolute beast. But also, it's now one of my favourite monsters. So, of the Apex class, the Apex Herbivore of Diablos is one of my favourites. I also, I didn't like Diablos very much until I learned it was a herbivore, and I just thought that made the monster so much better. My favourite herbivore in Monster Hunter, I'd say. Actually, yeah, not even close. In the battle. Oh.
Keep up the pace.
I didn't actually see the thing that said. I didn't see the quick finish button.
What a heart-pounding
Oh, nah, it's too story related. I was about to say, can we? Yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be a Zora Magdaros, but no, we're not gonna have them. They're supposed to be like stupid rare, even for all the dragons. I love that Zora is by technicality like one of the absolute strongest monsters in Monster Hunter. By lore, it's up there. Such an old man. Because it's one of those just like, how do you hurt it? Because Zora shrugged off a Dragonator fairly well. Like, it took the hit. All he wanted was to go somewhere and die. That's all Zora wanted to do, so... Still so happy that the ideas about Zeno at the end of Monster Hunter were just completely accurate. That it's a baby. And it fought like a baby. Now, anyone who fought Zeno Jiva for the first time, who's like fairly knowledgeable about how combat actually works, would immediately just go, it's a baby. Critical. Lethal tackle. Oh. Dealt with it. Kind of irritating because we're going to actually heal. We're going to get the ride on. Lucky level 8. Yeah, I've got an idea. Partially not only because I seem to remember that the Anjanath fight was one that threw you off. Like, it was definitely had power in its repertoire, but I don't think it started as power. Real easy to get lost. Yeah, true that. I can get lost in anywhere. I can get lost in a small room. So... Oh, you can actually jump up these. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I've seen the Anjanath fight. I don't remember it too well, but I remember that it threw you off. Well, I think it was speed. I think Anjanath was actually a speed monster that power was its, like, enrage. That, like, stuck in the mind because I thought it was weird. I thought Anjanath would just be a power monster. But... I mean, hell, Anjanath is not a technical beastie. Anjanath is very straightforward, so... That's what I imagine. I'm going off of what I think monsters are from they're weird. But I can totally imagine some, like, Elder Dragons having all three, maybe. But most monsters, I imagine, are going to be, like, 2. Bye, can't you?
Eyes on the prize.
Run. As you poisoned it with the drum.
Show me what you got.
Kill it! Dealt with.
You smashed it.
Everyone's getting some levels. Unstoppable. Cool. I don't know what it does, but cool. Right, looks like a new treasure path. Let's go right. I keep seeing like the little rare version of like the rabbit things and going, oh, we must capture that with a net. That's a little harsh.
Keep up the pace.
Good hit.
You smashed it.
I'm expecting Anjanath to be an absolute monster. So where do we go? Where do we go now? I am so completely lost. My version of that parody. Can I sing? Eh. Maybe to people with poor taste I can sing. This is a big dungeon. Back attack. Speed beats power. Choppy choppy.
That's the way.
Yay! Dealt with.
You did it.
I do hope we get some Elder Dragons. That's one of my big hopes. Like, there's a few cool monsters I can imagine being, like, technical and Welcome to our burrow. What? Who the fuck are you? You the local cats? Hello. Hi. Okay, you have nothing. Okay, sure. You are just kind of there. Weird. Kaboom!
Show me what you got.
Bonk. Kaboom!
Keep up the pace.
2 hits, 2 kills. Oh no, elemental attack down. How they ever manage with this physical monster, you moron. You're actually fighting back, aren't you? Right on time. Get him. Velocity Crush!
Good job.
And the raptor with the killing blow. Problem is, Kanas are nearly dead.
You did it.
You know, this left bumper, wasn't it, to heal? Yeah. just to heal him up. She took some hits and isn't healing herself, so I'll just heal her. 'Cause if we go up against Anjanath, I think that flamethrower attack's gonna be a pain. And we didn't pick up the Kupku armor to get mega fire resistance, so. Vairath is dead. Oh, that's not the right way. So yeah, tingling my fight away out here. You ready, buddy? Of course I am. Oh, hey, Buki! Power time! Should chop off Buki's tail. Of course.
That's the way.
Oh nice, she's got her own antidote. That's always nice. Double power attack on the tail! Pull that tail off. Kinship skill. Velocity Crush, go! Mada, mada, mada!
Good job.
It's ineffective at first. Ooh, crunch there. Oh, you got annihilated, Buki. I broke something, I think. Oh, it's also got a power attack now, hasn't
Let's go.
it? You pissed it off.
This'll put you out of
Yeah,
commission.
she could just meteor drop this thing. The next hit is killing it. Decapitation mode. Ooh!
Kinship always wins.
A Pookie nest. Might as well, right? We actually had a quest to kill a Pookie, so I'm very happy I didn't go out looking for one. It's back here, apparently. We may as well. suppose every one of these we go to, we get rare resources, so... Seems legit. Yeah, I'll be playing more of this off stream from now on. The only reason I haven't been is I've been too fucking tired. But I might play some more like tomorrow off stream after. I'm not sure what I'll be playing tomorrow, as I said. I've got some ideas. It doesn't smell like much, is fine. It's when it smells bad that I think we want to get a new one. But if it doesn't smell like much, it's just fine. Like it's an average one. And Humblebird Ribbon is kind of cool. I like that it is that, to be honest. It makes sense. I think Pookie's a humble. I wonder if we can get a Palumu. Is Palumu in this game? I imagine so. I know a lot of people like Palumu. I don't. I think Palumu's kind of weird looking, but I know a lot of people that like the weird fluffy rabbit mouse. It's mouse, not a rabbit. The weird fluffy mouse thing. Cutscene. That means we're gonna fight an Angina.
These are sacred grounds.
Ooh.
Your grandpa passed away, but his Rathalos came back. Besides Red, Guardian Ratha would never let anyone else ride him.
Makes sense.
I'm sure he's waiting for Red to come home. That's what Chief Gara always said.
But this red guy's not around anymore, right? So why...
The truth is, once a monster forms a bond with a rider, it never forgets them.
And Rathalos are very
Remember
intelligent.
that strange light when Guardian Ratha left? Something must have happened then. Otherwise, Guardian Ratha would never have abandoned the island. Okay, let's take a look around.
Yeah, leave it to me. My nose knows there's something here.
Hey, Scoutfly. Who the hell are you? Hi there.
Is it? Red!
Nope. I just got tackled by an elf.
I can't believe my eyes.
Hello?
I'm sorry to say, but this isn't Red.
Oh, of course. There's no way it could be.
I recognise her voice actress.
It's just, those eyes look like Red's.
Red was one of our leaders. This is his grandkid.
Huh?
Red passed away a long time ago.
I know. It's just I actually came to see Guardian Ratha. Red gave me something to bring back here.
Something from Red?
That's an Angina.
Whoa, what was that?
Well, technically it's a bit big for an Angina, but I'm betting it's Angina.
Something's coming! Over there!
Angina. Damn, that roar's good to hear after all this time.
An Angina? And Guardian Ratha's dead?
Come on.
Why is it acting so weird? What's going on?
This looks awfully bad, buddy.
Please, take this.
Wait, are we about to...
Stone.
Thank you.
You might be able to use it to calm that monster down.
Wait, do we get a...
Red's kinship stone. How come you have it?
Red, he wanted you to have it.
Thank you.
Take it.
Show you. Sure. Thanks, ma'am.
You ready for this?
Of course I am.
Let's do it. Right on.
Not at all, Pokemon. Fuck yeah. Reminds me of an intro to D&D campaign I wrote. Angry Raph. Angry Antoinette. Right. No, I know this is speed. Technical beats speed. Mookie's actually got the most health. Yes, I knew it! I remembered! This is the last fight I've seen in the entire game. I have not seen anything past this point. She's gonna get her ass kicked. Mookie, why? Screw it up. Does reset the kinship gauge, but stops that attack hitting. Cheer.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, he's mad. Now he's power. We have to switch him out. She could get obliterated. Actually. Pick her up. Good hit. Fuck. Jump. Grandma, you're up. Condensed heat, that's bad, so. Oh dear. Brace yourself! Oh, it's his fire blast! Do I have anything else? No, we don't. Oh, well, this is gonna hurt. Oh, it didn't do it yet. Burning blast. Oh, it's gonna hit all of us, isn't it? It's gonna hurt. Hello, attack down actually might not be a bad one. It's gonna hurt. Brace. Okay, we'll take it. We're all on fire. Yeah, thank you for the elemental attack down there, actually. That worked. Oh, we can ride. Sick him. Combo! Ooh. We actually got a new stone. It opens sideways. It actually opens like wings.
This'll put you
Boom.
out of commission.
Fuck him up!
That's the way.
Oh, that dropped him. Oh, now he's back to that, so it's technical. Yeah. fucking hurts, though. Use pack tactics. Oh, he's biffed him up. Right, aim for the next attack. Thank you. Oh, the nose does not like slashing. Good to know. Building up the firepower. Go for the nose. Double attack on the face. Bam! Take his nose off. Yep. Those flames at snout. Yes, it is. And the T-Rex is down. Oh, this might kill it. Kinship skill. Finish him! Critical!
Nice one.
Yeah, then I got him. Bring him down! And I've got nothing on us. T-Rex down! Boom. A legitimately good monster. Finally. God, I love Anjanath. Such a cool monster. Didn't finish it with a kinship skill, yeah. We got a lot of stuff for that. Oh, you're good, Anjanath.
We did it, buddy!
That was amazing. I wonder if it was thanks to that kinship stone.
I mean, we kind of kicked his ass. Ooh.
Whoa! The kinship stone powered up!
Nice.
Seems like this one works differently than the ones I know. My old partner's kinship stone powered up after purifying the Black Blight.
The Black Blight.
The Black
I've
Blight?
heard of that. There's no way it could have come back, right?
Right. Whatever's going on here, it's something totally different.
It was going pink. Does that help?
It makes my fur stand on end. But this could be something even worse.
It's like Chief Gara said. Guardian Ratha leaving must have started all this.
He's
That's
gonna wake
probably
up.
why the Anjanath lost control too.
You okay, buddy?
Ang! If anyone's seen how an Anjanath sleeps, it does like do the chomp, so. I want one.
Just as I thought. You really are like Red.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
My name's Enna.
Enna! Okay. Hi, Enna.
Your grandfather and I were friends long ago. He saved my life.
Awesome.
It's something I want to show you. Follow me.
Alright, cool.
Huh? Wait up!
We just gotta leave the Anjanath unconscious here. I'm assuming he's unconscious. I don't think we actually kill the monsters in this. We just beat the shit out of him and let him go. Nice. Why do I get the feeling I'm about to be asked out on a date? Please tell me that's what I think it is. It is actually. That was at the start of the game.
That's a Rathalos egg,
Yes!
isn't it?
Oh what? Please
I
say
hid
we
it
see
here
we
so
get
the
out of
hunters wouldn't be able to find it.
Smells nice and fresh. For sure a peppy little monster. But the scent is a little different from a regular Rathalos, though.
Guardian Ratha gave this to me before he left.
Wait, is it silver?
He wanted me to take care of it. That's what it seemed like.
Wait, what?
These strange happenings aren't confined to this island alone. Rathalos are disappearing from their natural habitats.
Why?
Nobody knows where they're going. Monsters that are usually docile are acting aggressive. There are reports of people being attacked.
Yeah, I thought it should just
That's
up and
terrible.
leave.
So this is happening in other places too?
That's right. The whole world is getting hysterical, and that's why I'm traveling around to find what's causing this catastrophe.
Wow.
What a mess. So when the ocean changed color and we saw that light, what was all that?
Well, I don't know yet. But I think Red knew something. He spoke about an omen of disaster.
A disaster?
Ah, here you are.
Huh?
Hey.
Chief Gara.
Over here! I saw the riders go this way!
Stop fucking
They've gotta be
stalking
hiding
us,
that
you
Rathalos somewhere.
eighth rates.
Find them.
Eighth rate. Also, how do you hide a
The hunters
Rathalos?
believe we're harboring a dangerous monster. They won't stop until they've found what they're after.
If they see this egg, we're gonna be in trouble.
That egg.
We should go to Ruto village. The hunters can't harm us there.
Ruto village?
It's where I live.
Oh, good to know.
It's a Wyverian settlement. Humans aren't allowed in without permission.
Alright.
The hunters won't be able to follow us there. Come with me, please.
Sure, why not?
I just know this Rathalos will help us once it hatches.
You want to come too?
What?
What's the matter? Are you scared? There is nothing to fear. It's a big world out there.
God.
But Rathalos will guide you.
Fuck yeah. I adore Rathalos. I hate fighting him, but I like the monster. Adopt a dragon. Adopt a dragon today.
That's my buddy! I knew you'd come around!
But, Chief Gara...
It's no mere coincidence. You were given Red's kinship stone and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny. In Ruto village, you can hear the legend of Ray's Wing Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin.
The hunters were talking about that, right? A Rathalos with the power to bring ruin to the world?
So the legend goes. I have a feeling it has a connection to the peculiar occurrences of
Is it a
Ray.
Dread King?
All right. Leave the hunters to me. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. But it'll work out.
You're a
I'm
badass.
sure you've got what it takes to make it through this. Huh. You're my first student after all, right?
I like her. She's awesome.
Ugh.
Aww.
You watch out for the newbie. Got that, Naviru?
Whatever you say, Chief. The two of us will do you proud.
You have your grandpa's determined. Take good care of his kinship stone. Go now. There's a boat at the bottom of the cliff you can use.
Why is that there?
Thanks for everything, Kana! Chief Gara! We'll see you again soon!
Thank you so very much.
Next time we're riding in on a dragon.
Let's go.
I'm very happy I actually picked like mixed color eyes now. That's like very appropriate.
That ship. Hey, where are they going?
Who the fuck are you?
Bastard. Tsukino,
I'm here.
I need you to tail them.
Mission accepted.
Ninja cat!
Moon's blessing emerge.
Why are there another talking cat? Why can these islands palicos actually speak? Save your game progress, yes. Yeah, save it. Overwrite. We look very different now. Hell yeah. Ooh. Friend of Kana. I'm just guessing get into chapter 2. So we're out of the tutorial now. Ruto village just around the hill. Race to the top, buddy. Time traveler A with Ina, the Wyverian girl. Protect the Razor Wing Ratha egg entrusted to her. Like wait, there's a wait a minute. Protect the Razor Wing Ratha egg entrusted to her by Guardian Ratha. We have that egg is going to be the Rathalos that ends the world. Hell yeah. Set of home, Ruto village, grandfather Red wants 4 strong bonds with Wyverians. Take the Rathalos egg. Because fuck yeah, Kinship Stone level 2. Oh! Map feature and to be out map mode. A lot of things just happened. Okay. So, that is where we're going to call it for today. Went a little over, but well, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll be back on tomorrow with something. I don't know what I'm streaming yet, but we'll do something. So, I hope you enjoyed the show. Have a fantastic evening for one of you. Keep playing video games, keep it awesome. You guys are the best ones on Twitch. Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. See you then. Good night. Peace.